Hello, or welcome back. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to create your own custom wrapper functions around Playwright. This can be used, for example, if you want to create your own helper functions or some app actions and you don't want to use PageObjects model for some reason. You can create as many functions as you want. You just need to pass the page class object into the function, export it as an async function, and then always import it at the top of your test file, and you are ready to go. So let's start with creating a helper file. So in the root of the project, I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to name it helpers.ts. And here I want to specify, for example, two helpers. One for loading the example web page and the second one for asserting the title. So I'm going to create export async function. And I'm going to name it load homepage, for example. And here you always need to pass the page object, and here you have access to all the Playwright functions. So in this case I want to await page.goto, and the website is example.com. And let's also create a second one, and that is for asserting the title. So I can do the same, export async function. I'm going to give it a description, for example, assert title. Again, pass the page parameter. And here I want to await page.wait for selector, and the selector is h1. So we have created two nice custom functions. In this way, you can basically create as many functions you want, and you can pass as many Playwright functions into one. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't need to be one line function. You can have multiple lines of Playwright here. But let me show you how to actually use it. So let's go to the example spec and scroll on the top. And down here, we need to import those functions from the file. So import. And the names are load homepage and assert title, and you can do it like that. You leave it blank. You first specify the path, so it can be found in helpers, and now it will autocomplete all the functions. So we have load homepage and assert title. So our custom functions are imported, and now let's use them. So scroll down. We can remove the dot only from here. Let's create one more test down below. And let's give it a description, for example, custom helpers. And here you can simply type await and the name of your function. So in this case, it's load homepage, but we need to pass it the page argument like this. And in the similar way, let's do the second function, which is assert title, and the same approach like this. And now if we run the test should be passing, because we are basically mimicking the test at the top. We load the example web page, and then we wait for selector h1 on the page, and if it finds the selector, it will make the test as successful. So let's try to run it. And as you can see, our test with custom helpers is passing. And that's it. That's this simple. So let's just do a quick recapitulation. If you want to create custom functions like this, the best approach is to create the custom file. In this case, we name it helper. Then you create and export async function. You give it a name. Don't forget to pass the page object. Then you can specify as many as Playwright actions you want. Then you go to your test file and you import them from the file at the top. And then you can just simply use them, but by calling await, name of the function, and we're gonna pass the page into the function. And it will work as well. So that's it. This was a quick overview on how to create your custom functions. Technically, you can try to do more functions. You can also try to create functions for screenshots. So to make sure that you understand the concept correctly, and then we can move on the next topic.